Welcome back. I want you to take a listen to this. The American Cancer Society says half of all men and 1/3 of all women in the U.S. will develop cancer during their lifetimes. Many of us have a friend or a loved one living with cancer right now. But let me ask you, have you heard of the group called FCANCER? It's a name you probably won't forget anytime soon. The group hopes to change the way the world perceives cancer. Yael Cohen is the organization's founder and president. She's joining us this morning live from Austin, Texas. Yael, good morning to you. First, let me just say, so I don't get in trouble with my bosses here, we're going to use the politically correct version of your charity's name. We'll go with FCANCER. This is morning TV after all. So tell me first about your organization.
We are about 2 years old, and we're early detection based. So we're focused on activating Gen Y to engage with their parents about the early detection of cancer.
And you're targeting the Gen Y group with this campaign. I mean, why do you think it's so important to get the attention of this group in particular?
You know, I think that we're a generation that's left out of this huge conversation. We're not talked to about cancer because we're not in the highest risk demographic, and we certainly aren't the large donors. But if you want to create a paradigm shift and really change how a generation and society thinks about cancer, from something you wait to get and pray there's a cure to something you're actively looking for and finding when it's most curable, you have to go to the youth. We're the ones with the time, energy, and tools to really make this change.
And sounds like you're getting some pretty good support. I mean, I know that you've enlisted some big-name celebrities to encourage children to have the cancer talk, if you will. Let's take a listen to one of these celebrities.
And I just do that sex talk. I think it's only fair that our parents need to listen to us. Cancer is very real, and I think it's time that we sit them down and talk to them about cancer.
So take me through the cancer talk. I mean, what exactly happens during the cancer talk?
So the idea for the cancer talk was that since day one, we've asked kids to talk to their parents about cancer. And, you know, a few of them came back to us and said, oh, that's awkward. You know, how do you even start that conversation? And so we sat around our boardroom table and tried to think of the most awkward conversations any of us had ever had. And pretty unanimously, it was the sex talk. And so we built a campaign around it. The idea being that your parents sat you down for the sex talk because they loved you and they cared about you and they wanted to keep you safe, not because they particularly wanted to talk to you about sex. And now it's our turn to sit our parents down for the cancer talk. It's time to make sure that our parents are being safe about cancer.
So
this
is really about awareness and education, right?
Exactly. It's about finding out about your family history, your risk factors, the earliest warning signs, and making sure that, at its simplest, your parents are getting their annual diagnostics.
And what has been the reaction from parents? I'm just curious.
We've had great reaction, actually. You know, the campaign started with the videos that you just saw. There was about 15 or 20 celebrity videos that served as the hook for the kids, that told a funny or embarrassing or awkward story. And then there was a voicemail component, which was a repurposed political platform, actually, that sent a voicemail to the parents that was customized based on some questions the children answered online. And it said nothing about cancer. It basically said, your child has something really important to talk to you about tonight. Make some time. And it set a time, so Thursday at 7 p.m. And so we got a lot of parents come back and say, oh, I thought my kid was pregnant or expelled, which was really funny, but it means they had the talk because they wanted to know what their kid wanted to talk to them about.
Absolutely.
So it was a really positive response in the end.
Well, listen, I think what you're doing is great. My family was touched by cancer, and I think really any more awareness and education you can bring to the world is wonderful. So, Yael, thank you very much for all you're doing.
Thank you.